What is a toxic relationship? Identifying toxic traits in your relationship, breaking free, and healing from toxic relationships. This and more coming up in the session. Stay tuned. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my session. The time hot, people, but guess what? I'm loving it. I'm just soaking it up. I don't need no AC. I just open the windows, let the natural air come in. Like it feels so good. All right. So to kick off the session, um, in the intro, it says, "What is a toxic relationship?" And I mean, a toxic relationship is any relationship that is damaging to your mental health or your self-esteem and your overall well-being. And it could be a friend, a romantic partner, a family member, or anyone else. um, these relationships um, will have you or leave you feeling drained, emotionally, physically, and mentally. And you might get the feeling of helplessness, hopelessness, um, the feeling of being insecure, traumatized, or like you have no self worth. Um, how we identify some of these traits? Um, you could have one partner like putting the other partner down constantly, criticizing everything they do. Even if they try their best, even if they go out of their way to do their best, like it isn't good enough. um Another trait is um getting irritated for the least thing, or sometimes nothing at all. you know um they want to control you. They want to cut you off from family members, from friends, um not having a social life. And I mean, even when you go out with them, you have to be like walking around on eggshells around them, because you don't know what the reaction will be like in public. Like you just have to be on your P's and Q's. um Other traits we're looking at, um what they do to, they gaslight you. And gaslighting, this is how they it's a form of psychological manipulation. They get into your head, they play on your mental, and they try to convince you that your perception of reality is wrong. You know what I mean? They really get into your head and mess your head up. And then this now makes the victim think that they cannot trust their judgment, or have them even questioning their own sanity. um Another trait, um the shame and blame. They shame and blame, right? Things can go wrong. Things do go wrong in a relationship, and one partner will blame the other, and make the blame be the focus of the conflict or the complaint. And this now in turn make the partner that's the victim feel defensive or feel attacked. Um, the shame now, when one partner shames the other, it cause the victim to, when they're ashamed, they want to stay in that relationship because it makes them feel like, um it makes them feel bad about themselves, and that they think that no one will want them. They feel unloved and worthless, you know. And another thing, no affection, no attention. You never have time for your partner. Um, you don't do things together. Um, no affection, no attention. Even if getting intimate comes into play, like you just wanna slam bam, thank you, madam. Yeah, and then just sex to get an orgasm, or to have a good feeling, and that's it. No emotion, no nothing, no nothing. Um, Breaking free and healing from toxic relationship. These relationships, deep they leave a deep psychological scars. They impact your health, and they impact future relationships. And with breaking free, you'd want to first of all, like, set boundaries and practice self care. These are crucial steps in healing and breaking free from those relationships. Um, we can develop to emotional resilience and self-awareness that prevents future toxic relationships. Two, you can build a supportive network that provides protection and guidance in maintaining healthy relationships. Um, you could um, get involved in a group, with persons who are in a similar situation. You want to form groups, or, um, go to those group sessions where you can heal, help each other heal, and just continuous self growth, and learn to enhance the ability to recognize and avoid future toxic relationships. And for some persons out there, like, you're in a relationship, but then it didn't work out, and you know you go your separate ways. But then one partner thinks that, I don't know if I'm going off topic here, but it's just this that I have to say. Like, if you have a partner, and you break up and you go your separate ways, just let it be. Don't try to get back at that partner in devious ways. Don't fabricate stories in getting back at that partner, because what's the sense? What are you gonna achieve by doing that? And especially if you know whatever story you fabricated, like it isn't true. Like just move on. Move on. Life goes on. Don't get, I mean, karma is real. Karma is real and is more than a bitch. And God doesn't like ugly. So just think on what you're doing. Maybe the damage has already done. But think, man, think before you go after persons who you were in a relationship. Like it doesn't even make sense. Like what are you going to gain? But like I said, God doesn't like ugly. And in the end, um, the victim or whoever will be vindicated. So it's like I said, if you're in a relationship, man, and it's not working, it's like say you tried and it's just not working, just move on. Move on. If you were somehow hurt in the process, like take some of these steps, and move on with your life. Like try to be a better person. Nobody is perfect in a relationship. Nobody at all is perfect. But just try to move on and make yourself a better person. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my piece right there. Yeah, God doesn't like ugly, so that day will come. Thank you again to my subscribers. Thank you to my silent watchers. I was going through my analytics, and I'm seeing where 80% of persons who are watching are not subscribers. 80%, 20% are my subscribers, my silent watchers. Come on. Come on now. Just like, share, and subscribe these videos. I'd appreciate it. Um, if you have a thought, if there's anything you want to share, like I always say, you can put it in the comment section. And thanks again to my loyal subscribers. Thank you so much for coming back and for watching. And that's all for now. And I will see you in the next session. Bye.